I am at Sam's Club, and see that line? I just skipped the entire checkout line. I used the Sam's Club Scan and Go. All I did was use the app, scan each item as I got it from the shelf, hit the pay button on the app, and I was done. I checked out on my phone, didn't have to get in line. I just saved at least 45 minutes waiting in line. Dude, that Scan and Go app from Sam's is awesome.
Shalom Israel. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shemar Kakadash, the Barnes the Apostles, and those great millstone for teaching us His truth. Peace and blessings to hope like the Israel and Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in ancient Hebrew. Bahashem means the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the Lord God's Son. Back on lesson, and today is going to be another update going to the M.O.T.B. As you are seeing the infrastructure, the foundation being laid out by the way of the different apps that they are implementing. What you see in this video right here, the so-called benefits that you will receive ultimately for taking the M.O.T.B. But you see by just the apps that he has where he was able to just scan and go, skip the basically hour-long line, and how beneficial it was. So a lot of people are going to see the benefits of it to ultimately, leading up to taking the M.O.T.B., how much easier it will be to just go on with your day-to-day lives. Scan things with the palm of your hand, what you're seeing with Amazon One. And let's play this video one more time, because once again, do you see the infrastructure's foundation being laid out and how they're slowly and gradually leading into this B system, getting people, conditioned and prepared for it by the way of different apps, which is ultimately being directed towards a more digitized system, if you can see it.
I am at Sam's Club, and see that line? I just skipped the entire checkout line. I used the Sam's Club Scan and Go. All I did was...
So you use Sam's Club Scan and Go, and you also have Amazon One, which I believe I made a lesson a while back, or a couple of days ago, going to Amazon One, blocking off the side of a store, as well as you needing a QR code to be able to enter the store. So you're seeing the direction that they are going at the 2 Corinthians 2:11, how we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We see what this devil is doing. You see the people being, dumbfounded by the so-called benefits of these different apps that they have, but ultimately building up and leading to this M.O.T.B. And you already know a lot of people are hopping on board with it, especially the miracles that the devil's going to be performing on the left-hand side by the way of this technology. Elon Musk saying that you can, people that are paralyzed, able to walk again, people that are blind, able to see, through the way of the Neuralink, able to listen to music in your brain, just showcasing all these so-called benefits, don't let these incentives to hop on board with it, especially using these people, to promote it, as well as these celebrities, these rappers, these singers, to push this devil's agenda, man, which you are seeing it. So, have a few scriptures that came to mind, Lord, be edifying lesson, something to the spirit. There's another update, especially one of the main prophecies that we're going to be seeing throughout 2023, Lord willing, is, the RFID, the M.O.T.B., Revelation 13:16. But now let's get 2 Corinthians 2:11. Now it says, lest Satan should get adventurous, for we were not ignorant of his devices. We see what this devil is playing at and what he's trying to do, how he is slowly conditioning and preparing people for this beast system by the way of different apps, which is pushing towards a digitized system, a digitized currency, as he just used Sam's Club, app to where he was able to scan and go, skip basically an hour long line, and go on with his day. And you're going to have many people that's going to see the benefits of that, as well as in many other things. I don't have to pull out my purse anymore. I don't carry my wallet, my phone. All of it is in my body. Now it says, lest Satan should get revenge of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Once again, we see what he's trying to do and what this devil's playing at him. But many people are not going to be able to see. As you see that guy right there, he's astonished at it. He's glad that you signed up for it, man. Now imagine when his M.O.T.B. is, fully in place and pushed out. One more time.
I am at Sam's Club, and see that line? I just skipped the entire checkout line. I used the Sam's Club.
And they also show this in Disney World, which, a while back when I was a kid, I went before, and they would have these fast passes, where I believe you had a bracelet. You could just scan your wrist on top of a scanner and just, skip the lines. But now I believe it's more advanced, where you can put your fingerprint, and just go on and walk through the gates. So you're seeing, once again, the direction that this is going to you if you have the eyes to see. And we are warning you, through the Spirit and Prophet Yahweh to not take this M.O.T.B. the charagma.
Scan and go. All I did was use the app, scan each item as I got it from the shelf, hit the pay button on the app.
And the funny thing is, when I first saw this, I thought it was like an ad to promote these different apps, which it actually may very well be, promoting, these different apps to be pushed out more and people to get them. Once again, to prepare you for this M.O.T.B.
Got it from the shelf, hit the pay button on the app, and I was done. I checked out on my phone, didn't have to get in line. I just saved at least 45 minutes waiting in line. Dude, that Scan and Go app from Sam's is awesome.
So there you go. 2 Corinthians 2:11 is clear as day. Isaiah 10:1. Now it's going to go into these unrighteous decrees that the devils are going to implement in order to push the people into a corner where you'll be forced to make a choice. Isaiah 10:1. Now it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and not right grievousness which they have prescribed, going to draconian like laws and measures. And when you go into the word draconian, it goes into the word harsh, strict. So they use harsh and strict like laws that they're going to implement to where you won't be able to go to your job, where you won't be able to pay and buy things, where you won't be able to travel, because as you saw with the juice, which that was just a practice and a trial run for this test that's to come, which is going to be the M.O.T.B. Because you saw the mandates and the restrictions that were in place that you needed to have the juices to especially get on planes, show proof of verification, that you needed a green pass. And I believe in 2021, when they were holding Thanksgiving, I believe over there in New York, they had checkpoints. And you show proof of verification that you have been tested, that you are negative and all that. So once again, you're seeing the direction, man. That was a practice and a trial run of the true test that is to come, man. And many people already failed. So imagine when this thing is fully implemented and pushed out, man. Many of our people are especially going to fall into temptation, man, and bend the knee. Because these devils are going to apply that pressure by the scripture, going to have going to be fully relied upon Yahweh Bashim Shah, our power, man. Read it from one more time. So get the NLT version, actually. Now it says, what sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws. Without this M.O.T.B, you won't be able to live a so-called normal life. And that's where you have many people cracking under that pressure, because many people have families to take care of, needs to put food on the table. But that's where our faith will be tried and will be tested. I got a few more scriptures, flying through these. You should know this by now already. Revelation 13:16-17, because it was a major prophecies that we were literally seeing playing out before our very eyes. But it still needs to be mandated and pushed out to the extent that's written in the scriptures. Now, Revelation 13:16-17. And he called to all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into the word mark, which goes into the word, in the Greek, goes into the word charagma. And when you go into the definition of it, it goes into the word scratch, etching, showing you that it's a physical mark. You have Israelite camps pushing that the charagma, that the mark is spiritual, when that's not the case. How are you going to buy and sell with a spiritual mark? And none of them really will touch on that point either. But read from one more time. And he called to all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And you especially see them incentivizing people to hop on board with it. You get a free $100. I mean, you saw what they did with the juice. Free. I think there's a few rappers giving out free tickets if you take it. And even in my area, they would give a free $75 if you took it. So imagine what they're going to do with this M.O.T.B, especially using these celebrities that Jake idolizes and looks up to. I mean, it's clear as day what these devils are going to try to do. But we have Yahweh Bashim Shai on our side, man. And that's why we got to continue also to pray to Yahweh Bashim Shai to continue to keep his spirit on us, so that we're able to endure these coming times, man, because it's not going to be easy. It's one thing to speak on it, but once you're in the midst of the situation, it's going to be a whole nother story. Now, verse 17, one of the main points. But going back to the 16th verse, actually, as you saw, or in the forehead, you see Elon Musk creating the Neuralink, the mark in the forehead, and all the benefits that they are going to be, that people will receive for taking it. Going to these people that are paralyzed, able to walk, people that are blind, able to see again. So you're going to have many people hopping on board with that. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So pretty soon you won't be able to buy or sell without this M.O.T.B. And that's how they're going to push a lot of people into the corner, where you'll be forced to make a choice. You're either going to serve Yahweh Bashim Shai, or you're going to serve these devils. You're going to make them your God if you take the M.O.T.B. Goes to show that you're worshiping this beast system when you take it. But now let's get 4 more scriptures and we'll close it out from there. 2 Thessalonians 2:9, because you saw in that video how in awe and flabbergasted that guy was, with how beneficial the app was to him, and basically cut a whole line, saved pretty much all his time. 2 Thessalonians 2:9, that says, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. People are going to see the benefits of it, the miracles that are going to be performed on the left-hand side by the way of this technology. And then right now, as you see, they're slowly conditioning and preparing people for this beast system. Clear as day. Now let's get the last two, because we're also going to face persecution for not bending the knee, not bowing down to this beast system. Revelations 2:10. Now it says, fear none of the things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison, that ye may be tried. As you saw with the harsh restrictions and mandates that they have with the Jews, the masks, where you'll be thrown out stores if you don't have it on, and as well as many other things. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison, that ye may be tried. Go to these FEMA camps and all that, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. A certain period of time, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So if we endure and remain faithful, we'll receive that crown of life, man. That reward that's waiting for us. Standing boldly for our power, Yahweh Shai, there is a reward for doing so. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which is ultimately going to be this M.O.T.B presented in front of us, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. But those that continue to believe, remain faithful, and endure, will receive that crown of life, Lord willing, man. Yahweh said we are those men. Now let's get Matthew 24:24. Because as I kind of touched on earlier, how you're going to have many of our people, especially within this truth, bending the knee and cracking under that pressure, which you see a few of these other Israelite camps promoting the juice, where there's a few videos that came out of them promoting it. Say, if you have to take it, go and take it. I took it myself, this and that. A lot of these guys have sold out and took the bag, man. And then that's why you see also many of them still pushing that the M.O.T.B is spiritual, even though you're seeing the infrastructure, the foundation being laid out right in front of you. It's in front of your face, man. And it can't be any clearer than what the M.O.T.B is right now. Matthew 24:24. Close with this. For there shall arise false anointed and false prophets. There you go. And shall show great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But it's not possible to deceive the Lord's elect. We hope and pray that we're of that number, man. Because we see right through what these devils are doing. And what they're trying to usher in, man. Through the spirit power of Yahweh Shai. So pretty much hit the point of the lesson already. Learned edifying. Quick update as far as what's going on with these implementation of these different apps to usher in this B system, as well as ultimately to usher in the M.O.T.B. So hope and pray you're edified. Everyone give all praises on glory to Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakadash, that warrants the apostles and elders of great millstone for teaching this truth. Peace and blessings to a hope like of Israel, and Shalom. Thank the Lord.